Anyway, yeah, I use a quarter-mile cannon, which is a tennis ball launcher thing that uses hairspray. But if I have to spark her job, it'll work.
Me and man.
The fishing line that I can get. I can jam, I think it's 320 feet of whatever it is I'm using on the reel that I have. And it'll go 200 feet in the air if I want it to. If I shoot it at 40 feet, it goes up 200 feet in the air. If there's any breeze at all, your accuracy.
Oh, my meter's flying up. Oh, my
goodness. There's just no accuracy.
There we go.
So
you got it now? Coming from the bike trail. I think so. The trailer either one. I don't know. I missed it somehow. I was going to stop, but that's all right. I'll catch him next time. Make a damn. It's now time for Classic Radio Roundup. 27.115 on your AM radio dial. It sounds like JW is going to join us from Tennessee.
Is that who that is? I thought that was Superbug.
It might be Superbug. I don't know. I'm getting them mixed up. Superbug and JW were talking down there.
Heavy cameras. Yeah, I can hear somebody hollering, but they were saying something about Superbug and JW were talking. Anyway, Happy, how you doing out there, Happy Camper? I don't know. I don't know if you're Superbug or JW, but good evening to you. Yeah, old JR up here in Pennsylvania. Your voice sure does sound familiar.
Got the relay in here, vacuum relay to get this amp working.
I can barely pull you out there, but have yourself a good one there. We'll get back on the side. That's the name of that tune.
You guys are both poured.
Yeah, you named that tune in 3 notes.
That storm breakup thing, Mike.
Good evening, Dave. Good evening, Alley Cat. Classic Radio Roundup starts again. That's
right. Like a merry-go-round. Yeah, I talked to Superbug about 15 minutes ago for a short, brief time, and he's in there, and JW, and the other crew, they're going to join us tonight.
Yeah, them two get right, though. Them two sound so close to each other, it's hard to say who's who. Yeah, this steel cutter down here. They're about Superbug and JW. Steel cutter. Hey, man, I haven't heard you for a while. Good evening, Steel Cutter JR. Back to you up here in Pennsylvania there. Been a while, my friend. Yeah, been a while. Sounded awful good coming out of Pennsylvania there, JR. Hey, you do too, just like you always do. Hey, say hi to 113 there, old Alley Cat. He's in there too. Alright, bud, you gotta get one. 113, old Alley Cat.
How you doing there, my friend, Mr. Steel Cutter, for sure. It's good to hear you in there. We talked to you guys last year about the same time around the skip kind of works its way, I guess, that way. And it's nice to hear you in there, my friend.
Yes, sir. Good to hear you again there, 113. Maybe you'll stay for a while. All right, man, I'm going to get back on the side. I just kind of jumped in here. I've been sitting there listening to OJW and Superbug, so I'll get on the side and let them holler at y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you there, Steel Cutter. You take care. The 113, Valley Forge.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Hey, Superbug, how you doing, stranger?
Hey, we're doing okay. Hey, good to hear you in there, both of you. And you kind of dropping in and out on me a little bit. So I'll jump back out here and let's get back to JW somebody and take care. And you have a good one. Superbug, are we down off key?
Hey, okay, Superbug. Yeah, the conditions are kind of in and out, up and down. You know the deal, but good to hear you in there, my friend. You take care. Till next time, old JR up here in Keystone. We catch you later. Bye-bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, JR. Old
JW gonna wave a hand at you while we can.
Hey, JW, you getting some of them desserts here? You get any of that good shoe fly pie yet? I said, you get any of that shoe fly pie? But don't your wife make the shoe fly pie then?
Well, you figured it out on me that time.
They use the plastic.
Just doing conditions, I guess. We're gonna get back on side, JR.
All right, JW, take care. Well, maybe we'll get back at you later when conditions get a little bit better. You take care, my friend. Until next time. Old JR, we go. Hey, his wife was the one that did all the baking, right there, Cap?
No. No, that's U-Joint's wife.
Well, no wonder he thinks I'm half loco. I had the wrong one in mind.
Yeah, Super Bro.
Good grief.
I
Oh, my.
get up to about 2 o'clock and I walked up a bank and I stepped wrong and or something.
My beam is still rejecting pretty well because I don't hear these guys. I'm not well anyway.
My heel, and that dude is sore.
Yeah, he's in and out. He goes from down to 1, and he's up to about 10. So I don't know. The conditions are kind of in and out. So yeah, not too good tonight.
Them things take a while to heal. Yeah, that dude hurts. I know that. I've tried glad
Where the heck is Pete?
Well, right there, break. Oh, I didn't want to break. There was somebody else in there breaking up over the road there, but I don't know. I don't hear him now. Oh, Jamaica. All right, by golly. I thought you were one of our locals up here. Well, good evening down here in Jamaica. You got old JR up here in Pennsylvania, right?
turn off.
Hey, well, thanks for the holler there, but old skipping the hits up and down. I kind of lost you that last one there, but hey, thanks for the holler there. I appreciate it. You take care down here in Jamaica. Enjoy that fine weather you're having down there. Old JR up here in Pennsylvania, stand by.
I'm gonna get it checked out. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Stuco's got a good everything doctor. Just call him whenever we got a problem. There you go.
Yeah, it's a shame that sun stays up a little bit longer in the summertime.
The whole team. Tim, you like a football player, huh? That's right. You gotta keep on standby. Well, I guess that's what all that money gets you, right? It'll get you no money is what it'll get you. Well, yeah, that too, but they ain't gonna work for free.
Yeah, actually, we just came in from outside. We were sitting out in the back there. And then the sun went down there a bit, and the temperature dropped down. We said, yeah, I'm going back in. Enough of this.
It's beautiful out there now. Yeah, we ate dinner out on the deck, watched the Phillies win. And, yeah, last few nights have been pretty nice.
They were talking about you and Bug.
Well, that's what I heard. I heard the wife told me. She said, yeah, the Phillies just won. I said, yeah, okay. Good deal for them. They keep on swinging that bat and hitting them. That's all you can say about that.
Yeah, it was another squeaker. Nail biter at the end, but they managed to hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch none of that stuff. I used to do all that stuff in the younger days. Didn't mind playing. I just never got into watching it on TV. I don't know, somebody, that's the same way with NASCAR, and I don't do nothing for it, but I know everybody got their pet peeve and all, but I don't know, it's just not me, never got into it.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of the opposite. I never played when I was younger. I had no interest in baseball. I couldn't tell you, I hit from an error, but since my daughter was playing softball, I got to learn a lot about the rules and how the game is played. Now I can appreciate it, and I actually enjoy watching it now.
Yeah, my son likes watching it. He's getting into it now. He played in his younger day there, but, of course his mom, she was big into the ball there. She was a big deal in her day, and she loved it and all that. I don't know. I never made a big deal out of it, so. But it's all good. Yeah, he's watching. He calls her up once in a while. Hey, I'd like to come over and watch the Phillies movie. So there you go. But I don't know. I just don't have I have no interest in it. It bores me to death. It's like watching the grass grow, which is kind of exciting now, the way it's growing. It's pretty fast now.
Yeah, of course my grass is growing at uneven rates. Where the dog does her business, it's growing like nobody's business. But other places, not so much.
Well, thank God I don't have that problem anymore. That issue is a thing of the past. So that's not a deal. But it is growing pretty quick. Matter of fact, I gotta do that tomorrow when I get home. I want to tend to that and get on it there before it gets out of hand. Probably Friday I'll do the weed whacker. No, if I want to I'll do it tomorrow. It all depends how my back is into it there. If it's not, I'll do it Friday when I get home. But one thing for sure, it'll be done by the time the rain gets here this weekend.
Yeah. So much stuff to do. Yeah, my backyard needed to be cut, but the tree guys were here today, and they kind of made a mess of things back there. But
that's what I'm doing, that mess on my heel.
Yeah, when the grass that got trampled springs back, it'll need to be cut.
Lose me about 25, 30 pounds. Get down to about 210, I'll be there.
Well, don't worry. It's going to keep us busy for, I don't know, the next month, I guess, and then it will slow down a bit. Yeah, got to get the food ready, too. That's the next thing on the agenda. I'm scratching in the back of my head there, thinking about what I got to do to get that going, too. That, by the end of the month, be darn near ready to open up. I know by the first week of June, I'll definitely be open. I gotta get the bed pressure washed and then treat it, and then, then comes the deck. So I got a little bit of odds and ends to do.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to deal with the pool anymore. That was a chore that I never really appreciated. But, yeah, no, I got a bucket list of chores to do. I gotta get the boat all ready, and I gotta go up to the lake house and put the dock together, and of course, it's gonna rain Saturday and Sunday, so.
Countywide. Oh, hang on. Countywide.
You're off frequency or something.
Yeah, well, that very well could be.
What are you running?
That's what happens when you got to swap the same crystal around between different radios. I don't know the picofarads for this one.
That's not the Metrotek. Which one's that?
Yes, it is. Metrotek Mustang II.
Oh, it's the other one. Okay.
Is it?
Sound fine to me.
Is it that far off?
Sounds like it's about, at least 1.5 kilohertz somewhere.
Is that any better, or did I make it worse?
No, it's 100% better.
All right, this one don't need picofarad. It's the other one that does.
Yeah, that's much better.
All right, I took my capacitor off. So there. Well, anyway, here I am. Better late than never.
Yeah, and here I am with no tree overhanging my antenna.
Yeah, Yahoo! That means you could turn it.
I could turn it, except I have to go out into the garage to do it.
Well, it's still a step further than you were before for the last while.
Yeah, when they took one of the branches down, though, they hit the director, and it kind of skewed it a little bit. I do want to take it down and clean it all up and replace the coax and the usual stuff. But I noticed the FWR got better. It also got closer to this frequency. It was centered like below channel 1. Now it seems to be best at like channel 9. So it's a lot closer, and the tree has detuned it. And now it's not. Life, we have
All right. Well, I'm here on the Metrotek Mustang II. I have to use a different radio on the video gates until I get through all the radios. Sorry for my tardiness, but the gate has actually been rolling, even though I hadn't been here.
Yeah. I was curious if you noticed if my signal's any better, but I guess all the different radios. It'd be nice if you're on
Well, I didn't catch everything you said because Skipland kind of cut your lips off. But you're an S8 on this radio, and that's usually where you are on most of my radios, somewhere around S8, maybe S9, depending on the radio.
I heard the same thing. That Skip cut Dave's lips off. You give me about the same signal you usually give me, Dave, though. Sounds okay. So you lied.
And hiya, Wayne.
Hi, Pete. Oh, no. I was hoping for an increase. The trees out of the way. Oh, well.
Well, I'd be able to tell you better if I was on the Yazoo, because I know, well, it would have to be on sideband. That's where I see you, but, But I mean, if I remember right, though, on the Metrotex, which are pretty good meters, calibrated and all that, you're usually around an S8, and that's where it's showing.
I was hoping it'd be better. The tree is like gone. It's no longer detuning my antenna. It's no longer blocking it. But oh well. I guess the effect of trees is highly overrated. Good evening, Pete. Good evening, Wayne. While you're in there, want to say hello?
Yeah, I hear you, JR. Oh boy, do I hear you. You're having a good time over there tonight. 20 dB over S9 and rattling the daggone radio right off the tabletop.
I got to get over all that skip noises in there, man. I'll tell you what, it even gives Dave a tussle over here.
Yeah, I don't even hear it. He's the one out there making all that racket. No, it's still creeps up to a 3 or a 4 on occasion, but that's about it.
Oops, hey guys, sorry about that.
Well, at least the team's still rejecting all the nonsense.
Go right ahead. We enjoy listening to you. Hey guys, Mr. Fix-It here.
Hello, Mr. Fix-It.
Talking on my new, to me, classic radio.
What radio is that?
1970 something. It's a Midland 13895.
Ooh, I like those.
Sometimes you just come in a little loud. Sometimes $10.
Nice. I can't hear it. Yeah, make sure the mic gain's all the way up.
What was that?
And make sure the mic gain's all the way up.
How's that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, turn up all the way. Stock mic. That's a nice radio. I like those with the built-in power supply and everything.
Weird thing though, won't transmit on the power supply, but it transmits on
Minnesota. I ain't heard Minnesota.
Oh, really? You gotta run off of 12 volts to get it to transmit?
Yeah, I heard him on it. Fine when I'm running the power supply,
I guess the last time I talked to him was up on
What happened? All the lights go out?
No, but they do flash.
It's been 3 or 4 weeks since I heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like something's wrong with the voltage regulator and that power supply that's built in the radio.
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, at least you didn't get ripped off. It's, you know, $10 isn't, you know, that's a good deal.
Yeah, $10. I mean, hell, it's a nice moving magnetic fields around up there. So we could talk to them all the time.
Hey Dave, I'm here. I'm seeing an improvement in your signal. I'm using my ICOM, so I have a meter. Usually, your signal, you would give me about a S5. Now you're giving me like a 6.5. Your audio is going to 7.
I missed the first part of that, Wayne. You kind of doubled with Mr. Fix-It.
Oh, I just said I'm seeing an improvement. You, before you had the tree trimmed, you used to give me like a 5. Now you're giving me a 6.5 with your audio going to 7.
Sure. Oh, okay, because a little bit ago you said about the same as I was.
Permission from. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the meter very closely. I looked at it real good. I put my glasses on.
Okay, well, that's good. You know, I didn't expect an astronomical increase, but I figured a little bit. You know, that thing was interfering. You know, it was actually touching the driven element at times, depending on where I had it pointed. So it was certainly making the FWR change.
The news, just the bad news. That's it. That's all we hear. So we just assume the worst, I guess.
Have you ever worked with any New Yorkers?
No.
Have you still got her?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've worked with them. I didn't have much problem.
Yeah, I think JR blew up the front end of my radio.
Well, I never either, but
It takes a lot more to blow out the front end of a tube radio.
Yeah, well, everybody dropped a couple of S units for some reason.
I never had no problem with it.
Oh no.
I just tell him where to go.
That's interesting. Radio gets hot and receive falls off.
I was working fine, and then all of a sudden it just dropped down. I don't know what happened. I'm not happy about it, though, because it was working great, and it's been working great until just now.
Well, you're still transmitting just as well.
Oh, it came back now. Now you're back to normal.
Normal, Abby normal.
Yeah, you're back up to around an S8 now. I don't know. Maybe there's something loose in the dirty tube sockets or something.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Something funny there.
Yeah, and then I knocked my little picofarad capacitor onto the floor, and now I can't find it. So I don't know what the value was. So when it goes back to the other Metrotek, I got to start all over again.
Oh, man.
Take the magnet out. Maybe the magnet will pick up the ends of it.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nah, capacitors aren't magnetic.
Maybe the legs are, but anyway, I found it. I looked around. I finally found it, so I'm good. But yeah, it'd probably pick up all kinds of, old hardware screws and nuts and wire ends and who knows what it would pick up.
Pick up the legs of that if you didn't. Okay, I'm glad you found it. Now, no worries. We don't have to do all that effort over again.
It's hard to keep track of. You know what I started doing? Now, this same crystal gets used on 3 radios. So the Utica, I took that capacitor and I taped it to the top of the radio, so I know that one goes there. The Pacer, I just put a piece of tape and put that one over there, and then this one don't get one capacitor, so I won't have to tape nothing to it.
Taking his medicine. Somebody's been helping him with it.
What I ought to do is go open it up and solder them on the inside on the crystal socket and be done with it.
There you go. That would resolve the issue. It wouldn't happen again.
I won't be losing my capacitance all over the floor.
I hate when I lose my capacitance.
City's getting tired of it.
Yeah, it makes me want to resist even more.
So you're not going to ask me why I was late?
I'm just glad you showed up, but why were you late?
I was having a blast on 160 meters. Now, you know, I got that inverted V up, and I was A-B in that. Remember on 40 meters, I was A-B-ing, and the original wire was outperforming the inverted V. Turns out to be the reverse case on 160 meters, at least between the stations I was talking to. And Very Weak was one of them, and he says, hello to the gang here.
Oh, wow. So 160 meters seems to be, well, at least in the direction you were talking anyway.
Well, he's down south, and the other station was up in Danville, up near, what's that place? Knoebels.
Yeah, I know where Danville is. It's like Route 54, and yeah.
So that's where the other guy was. But yeah, it was outperforming on 160 meters. It was outperforming the original wire, where the original wire, when we were on 40, was outperforming. So, all right. It's still kind of cool, fun. Anyway, yeah, man, it was really good conditions on 160 tonight. I was giving Dave 10 over 9, and he was giving me, 20 to 25 over. And the guy at Danville, I was giving him a 9, and he's giving me a 9. So, yeah, it was good fun. No static crashes or nothing. It was a good night.
Awesome. Yeah, I wish I could do something for 160. I'm afraid that a whip on a gutter isn't going to cut it there.
That's my new favorite band. Between 40 and 160. They're my two favorite new bands.
Took it after I did.
Yeah, I just lost a convenient place to tie a dipole to, so.
160 is really pretty cool. Oh, and we were discussing the National, and the other guy in there, he's working on one right now. In fact, the same exact one, but he's got different issues. But out of all the discussion, they came to the same conclusion that you came to. There's something wrong with that. I forget what you called it. They called it the same thing. The first mixer or first oscillator or something.
Yeah, the first local oscillator.
They came to the same conclusion. And there, the one guy is speculating. He says, look at grid resistors and 0.1 and 0.01 caps in that area. He says they're highly suspect. I said, oh, all right.
Yeah, well, great minds think alike, I guess. And if he's got experience on that particular radio, I would certainly take what he says as gospel. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. He says, you know, yep. He says, you know, what I told him. He says, all right, you're good. Your first IF, second IF, they're working. So he says that first oscillator, there's your troubles in that area. And you know, he's asking about the oscillator tube and this and that, and he said I could substitute a 6AU6 to test things out. You know, because the tube tester may say a tube is good, but he said in oscillator circuits, you know, the oscillators act funny. And so just to see if I can get an oscillation, he says to try a 6AU6.
Yeah, I assume that means you don't have the tube that's in there.
No, I don't. I don't have that particular tube, but he said that one will work for testing purposes.
But not replacement purposes.
Well, he says it doesn't have as much gain and it's not as stable, kind of thing.
But it should work, which is better than what it's doing right now.
That's right. And then if that works, then I know to go buy a new tube. If that doesn't work, he says start looking at grid resistors and coupling caps.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would start to do. I mean, look at voltages. Make sure your plate voltages and your grid voltages and all are what they're supposed to be. And there may be electrolytic caps around or paper caps. Well, it's 50s vintage, so there might be paper caps in there that might need to be replaced. So any of those things could go bad.
Well, see, I don't know if somebody recapped it at some point in the past or whatever, but there is not a single paper cap in there. They're all those plastic, rubber, or I don't know, plastic. Were they plastic? I don't know. I guess they're plastic. You know, like the black cats were, but they're not black.
Okay, well, whatever they are, you know, if the cat values are not right, then the oscillator won't run, and you know, yeah, you have a capacitor tester, right? So you could test them, but you got to pull them out of circuit, at least one side of them.
Yeah, I do have a capacitor tester. They're all Astron. All the caps are like them solid plastic caps, you know. They all say Astron on them, but there's not a single paper cap in there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and those resistors too. If they're carbon resistors, it could be like the Tram D201. You know, they start to change value over time. You know, if they lose value and the resistance starts going up, I should say, and then there's not enough voltage on the plate or voltage on the grid, and you know, and the oscillator stops. You know, yeah, that's all good advice.
Yeah, it's exactly what he said. He said those grid resistors will change value, and the oscillator don't like it.
Yep, that's exactly what I would say. So yeah, I think you're headed in the right direction there.
Yeah, I am armed to go in the right direction. I still haven't pinned down where I should be looking for this oscillator frequency that you're telling me. I think I know, but I'm not certain of that. And then they sort of went over that lightly and sort of skipped all that. We got on to other stuff, but Dave was telling me to use like 10 picofarad coupling on my scope probe to check that out. And I wasn't doing that. I was just putting the scope probe because I thought they were nice. You got to lightly couple it. So I guess I got a lighter couple than the lightly coupled that it is.
Yeah, you know, I should have mentioned that too. You know, high impedance circuits like that, you can cause the oscillator to quit. Your scope probe should be pretty high. It should be at least a 1 megohm probe or a 10 megohm probe, something like that. But it might be enough to kill the oscillator. So yeah, couple it lightly to it because that oscillator, if it's working, it should be pretty darn strong. So yeah, using a 10 puff cap for coupling is definitely a good idea.
If you could do me one more favor between, so I don't know, tonight and tomorrow or the next day, pull up that schematic online and tell me where you would look for that oscillator frequency exactly, so I'm not poking around and guessing.
Okay, it's a national, what model is it?
NC300.
Yeah, let's see if I can pull that up when I got the computer on. I'm certainly not going to stare at it on my phone.
Yeah, I know the tube, or I'm pretty sure I know which tube, but I'm not quite sure which pin. And then he was telling me on the first mixer, which the oscillator feeds to. I think he was saying, yeah, lightly couple on there, and I should see it too. So I'm going to try that, and if I could just verify that.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because the oscillator goes to the mixer, so you should see the same signal there in both places.
Yeah. So then I'm fairly certain I know where to look, but if you could just verify that.
Yeah. You just got to find the circuit trace that, you know, connects between the mixer and the local oscillator. You know, there's going to be a circuit trace there, probably coupled through a capacitor, and that's where your signal path is.
Yeah. There's a wire in between with a coupling cap, and I think there's a high value resistor to ground along there somewhere. I can't look at the schematic now because I'm video gating, but something like that. I know the area that I need to concentrate on in any case. But yeah, it was all good fun. On all this was exchanged on 160 meters. All this technical talk and stuff.
There you go, talking shop.
That's a great band for regional coverage. Man, oh man, it was so good tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. 40's good for that. But you don't think about it on 80 so much. But yeah, I guess it's true. And, you know, 160 is going to be, you know, more ground wave than 80 even.
Yeah, all those bands are good for regional coverage. 40, 80, 160. I think what I like about 160 is it's I guess because it's less crowded and people aren't trying to snuggle up next to your frequency and all that nonsense where that can happen on 40 and 75. It's less common there on 160.
Yeah, I know. A lot of guys avoid 160 because it's tough to get on sometimes. You know, you're not going to get that frequency in a tri-band antenna. You know, you got to run some kind of long dipole or something. And it takes up a lot of space, and a lot of guys, I ain't gonna bother with that.
And I got 260 meter antennas. Well, actually, I got 3.
Yeah, vertical does it too, right?
Yeah, it just sucks eggs.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's not even close to a quarter wavelength. You know, it's coil loaded, so yeah.
Yeah, it might be like a 16th wavelength, maybe.
Yeah, it's even worse than the 40 meter stick that I've got here. You know, that's nowhere close to a quarter wave, but it seems to work.
The only place that 40 meter or that ground mounted vertical has a chance is on 40 meters because it is a full size quarter wave. And sometimes it is better on 40 than my wire, but rarely. It's often equal, but never better.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You know, it's ground mounted. You got to think about your radiation pattern, or I should say, the radiation angle. You know, it may not be the most optimal for where you want to talk. You're almost better off spraying your signal into the sky and letting it come down. What is it, Invis or something?
Yeah, and near vertical incidence or whatever they call it. Yeah. Well, I guess it has. It probably be better for trying to work Australia off that antenna or something.
Yeah. And you don't think about, that kind of distance on 40. You think about great regional coverage, and, you don't think about the real DX, but that happens.
Oh yeah, I've worked Australia. You got to get up early morning before sunrise, and you can work Australia on 40. It's not that hard. I almost did it with that antenna you're using when I had it down at Congolium.
Yeah.
If I had 3 to 6 dB more power, I would have made it. And this is the classic radio roundup, taking a ham radio tangent.
I'm going to take another tangent. I'm scanning through the pirate bands, see if there's any pirates on.
Where'd Alley Cat go? And where did JR go? Got quiet. Mr. Fix-It, where'd he go?
We chased him away with all that techno babble.
I know, it's interesting for some and boring for others.
Didn't chase me away.
No, I knew he didn't chase you away. How's the audio level on the Mustang II? All right?
Sounds good to me. Yep, sounds good.
Turner CS1.
Yep, 6-wire plus 3, pretty much.
An arm's length away. Yeah, the original hand microphone for this radio was smashed when I got the radio. And I knew it needed 6-wire mic, and I had this CS1. I'm like, let's wire this to it. Worked out great.
Well, that radio requires a 6-wire mic.
Yes, it does. It's diode switching.
Oh, yuck.
Oh yeah, they were cheaping out on the parts all they could. Like, we don't need no stinking relays. We'll put some diodes in there. At least I don't have to worry about relay contacts burning out and going bad on this. The Metrotek's are the only radios I believe that I have that need a 6-wire mic.
Yeah.
The Mustang II and the Pacer are the exact same radio, just got different cosmetics. The Mustang 1 is this radio with no meter. That's the difference.
Oh, that's even more budget radio.
This is a flea bay find from way back. And I bought it knowing what it was going to be like. If it's anything like the Metrotek, it's going to be a winner, and it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the exact same radio, pretty much.
Yeah, just a different paint scheme is all. Otherwise, it's the same damn radio. The whole circuit is exactly the same.
That's kind of lame in a way, you know. Just change the paint color and call it a different model, like it's a different radio, but it's not.
It's the exact same radio with a different name by the same company and everything. It's not even like, it's not even like the Panasonic chassis where T-Berry had one, Shakespeare had one, Robin had one. It's not even that, It's the same Metrotek, but we're going to paint it different and call it different.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even find any subtle differences, like, feature-wise. It's like, an extra knob or something.
Well, it has different knobs. Oh, I guess, no, that's not. I was going to say veneer tuning on the receiver, but the other one has veneer tuning too. So, nope. Different knobs, different paint. That's it.
Break.
There's the Joker. Hello, Joker.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, Joker. Good evening. Here's an interesting quandary here, Pete. At 7.088, which it should be in the CW portion of the 40 meters, yet there's somebody in there talking Spanish.
That's only United States band plan. Other countries can do what they want.
That's true, yeah.
It's like our voice portion of 40 meters stops at 71.25, but the Europeans can talk below that. And I got in there that one time when my friend John in England was in there. He was talking to a Canadian, and they were somewhere around, I don't know, it was below 71.25. And John in England couldn't hear me, but the Canadian could. And I was just trying to get his attention, and he goes, I guess that U.S. amateur doesn't realize he doesn't have voice privileges down here. I'm like, I mean, you didn't have to call me out on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was bummed about that, because I had this idea that, we wanted to make a 40 meter, frequency, it would be 7.115, just take the 20 off, take the 2 off. Instead of 27.115, it'd be 7.115, but now I can't go there.
Yeah, but if we were in Canada or Europe, we could.
Yeah, I hear a lot of Canadians down there.
Yeah. For whatever reason, we're restricted, but everybody else isn't. And then the guy calls me out on it. All I wanted to do was make a quick contact.
Well, you know, kill cycle cops are everywhere. Probably thought you were a lit because you didn't know any better.
Oh, I knew better. I was just trying to get away from it, and I wouldn't have tried. The only reason I did is because my buddy was in there. And I was just going to make the contact with him. I know he would have heard me if I'd have got his attention. Yeah, well, you can't always get what you want unless you're a liberal.
Yeah, but then they get what they want at other people's expense.
Well, that's true. See, it wouldn't have been at anybody else's expense.
Oh, the car's on fire and it's heading for the end of the bridge here, so I'm gonna exit stage right here and say, "Hey, Joker, what's happening?"
Don't give me the wheel.
Oh well, you know, I figured maybe if you were driving the taxi, maybe we could keep it on the road without going off the bridge.
Yeah, I'll keep it from the bridge. I don't know, man. Just trying to get through another week. It's been a crazy couple days.
Hopefully everything's okay.
At this point, I think it's getting there. So yeah.
Well, that's good then. Hopefully there's light at the end of whatever tunnel you're currently in.
Onward and upward. No, we just had some issues last week for half the week, and just it wasn't with me, but I'm still kind of I'm recovering from it too.
Yeah, well, yeah. That kind of stuff happens.
Hey, I'm on my Monday, so there.
I mean, since last Thursday, every day's felt like a... Was it last Thursday? Yeah. Every day's felt like a Monday. I made a comment to my wife a little while ago. She's like, you know, it is Wednesday, right?
Why, yes. Yes, it is.
And I should have known that because I just turned the radio on for Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, Wednesdays are a good day for me. I get to play radio for several hours. Start out on one band and end up on another one, and the whole night goes by.
Yeah, I was trying to decide what radio. At first I was going to use the TRC, 669 or something, 649. But I figured I'd opt for my second TRC 427. Keeping all the caps juiced up.
Yep, that's right. I'm exercising all the caps and the tubes in my 1965 Metrotek Mustang II. It's nothing like a Ford Mustang II. Or maybe it is.
I like the Mustang IIs. If I could get one, I'd build one.
I had one and I made it better. I put a 400 horsepower 289 in it.
Yeah, and that's the perfect thing for them. They're small, they're light.
That thing would fly. I had that thing to over 150 miles an hour. I went from the Lansdale exit to the Quakertown exit on the turnpike, which is 15 miles. Got it up to 150 miles an hour plus. And could have kept on going. And I burned 3 to 4 gallons of gas. I think it was what's three times 4? So yeah, 3 gallons of gas in 15 miles.
What kind of gearing did you have in the back?
It was pretty tall. It was I think like 340 or 350, something like that. They were pretty tall. 3-speed automatic.
Yeah, I was gonna say for that amount of time at that speed, you had to have something a little. You didn't have 411s in it.
No, it wasn't 411s. No, if I'd have had 411s in it, I wouldn't go that fast, but I'd get fast a lot quicker.
Yeah, you would have gotten to 150 in half that space.
456s.
Yeah, well, no, it didn't take me to 15 miles, but I did that 15 miles at over 100 miles an hour, and during that 15 miles, I hit 150.
10-4. Good evening, Rooster.
Hello, everybody.
Hiya, Rooster, and that sounds right. The number you said, 348?
456s.
No, it wasn't 456. I know that wasn't right.
411.
No, it was a 3 something.
I have a 373 in my red Mustang. They're a nice gear. That's like an all-around gear.
That 289 in there was the perfect motor, though. I wish I had lower gears. Would have been a lot more fun. It was great on a highway, but stoplight to stoplight, it was no good. Because the engine didn't start making power till like 4,000 RPM.
What gears you said there, Joker?
373s?
Break or break.
That's a little high. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Wow, what's up there, Rooster? What's happening, everybody?
Hello there, 123 countywide.
Radio.
Countywide, what's happening? I've been listening to this little bit of this conversation about the 289, and wow, what car was that in?
A 76 Mustang II. You know Big Paul?
Oh yeah, what? Oh, that's the 289 winning that?
Yeah, Big Paul bought that car for me, and it was that 289.
What year was that?
That 289 went in his Bronco.
Yeah, and it was a good motor, wasn't it? That thing made 400 horsepower on a dyno.
Yeah, that motor was sick. That motor, well, because of the gearing in that car, that truck, I think it had, I think that truck had like 308s in it. So it was kind of rough on that. With that, it didn't have enough torque. It was more top end.
What year?
I don't know what year the motor is. I don't remember what year the motor was, but it was a 76 Mustang II. The 289 we shoved in there. And we built that motor with the cam, roller rockers, screw-in studs, guide plates, port polish heads, blah, 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 blah. And it was kind of a dog till it hit 4,000 RPM. And then from 4,000 to 8,000 RPM, it sounded like a turbo. And it just took off.
What year did you do this?
Oh, this is back in the 90s.
Yeah, think about that. I'll tell you when that was. Wow. Yeah, because he took that motor. That motor was only in that truck for a little bit. But I don't remember the car. He bought the whole car off you?
Yeah, he bought the whole car off me, and he said he was going to yank the motor and put it in something else, which I didn't blame him. But that Mustang II needed more work, suspension-wise and everything. I just didn't have the money at the time. But that motor, all my money went in the motor. I ran out of money for everything else.
Yeah, 10-4. I think he sold that car and put that motor in the Bronco, and then he realized that wasn't the right motor because of the cam and everything for the Bronco, so he ended up taking that and selling it to somebody else to put it in a high rod. And he put a 460 out of Lincoln in that Bronco, and that was a beast.
Yeah, that 289 needed tall gears, and it would have been a great drag motor or something like that, man. That freaking thing would spin up and spin all day long. I think the red line on that thing was rated at 9,000 RPM.
Was that manual?
No, that was the other mistake. It was an automatic. It needed to be a 4-speed manual with 411 gears.
Oh, you needed a stall converter.
Yeah, I had the wrong converter in there. I was much poorer and not as smart about everything other than motors. didn't know what I know now about the rest of the drive line and everything else. And you know how it is when you're on a budget. You use what you got and you put it together. Spend all the money on the motor and run out of money for everything else.
Pete.
Countywide.
Hey, I built my 340 like that, and the cam didn't kick into 2400, and I didn't have the money for a torque converter.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better with a different torque converter for sure, but I didn't know as much about those things then that I do now.
I did the same thing with my dart. I put that big cam in and didn't know I needed a converter until I put it in. Man, a converter, it was a stall converter for 2,500 RPMs. And it was $450 in '85.
Yeah. That thing really needed to be coupled up to a 4-speed. It would have been a lot better with taller gears.
Depends if you want to be quick or if you want to be fast.
I wanted it to be quick, but it turned out to just be fast. I used to play with 5.0 Mustangs. That's when 5.0 Mustangs, the Fox bodies were first on the road. And they'd see my rattle box Mustang II out on the highway, and they'd pull up next to me, and they'd rev their engine. I'd drop that thing down in a second gear and punch it, and it'd be see you later. And they'd cry every time.
Or depends what you get, 355 would have been perfect. I had 391s in my dart, and I drove to Florida. I drove to Delaware with 391s in it. Oh, that's rough. 391s on a highway is rough.
Yeah, that setup was a highway burner, man. From 50, 60 miles an hour up, it would take off. You drop that thing in a second gear at 50 miles an hour, and it was see you later, try and catch me.
Was that a stock rear in that thing?
No, it was not a stock rear. It was a Ford 9-inch.
Oh, it was a 9-inch. All right. Well, yeah, he could have had a bunch of different rears in there. It could have been 320 something. It could have been 308. It could have been 320 some, 340, 350, 370, 390, 391, whatever, 390, I think. And then, and then the fours. But there's a whole bunch of threes.
Yeah, it was in the threes. I remember that. And it was tall. It was great for the highway. It was really good for the highway and high speed. That's how I got to 150 miles an hour with lots of room left. I probably could have gone faster, but I think I was afraid of crashing at that point. Like, 150 is fast enough.
Yeah, 308 or something then. Yeah, or 320 something. I think 325 for the Ford 9-inch. I had like a 320 something in my truck. I pulled that out, put 370s in, put a whole pumpkin in there, 370s. Yeah, that'll make it quick.
I had 14-inch Ford Thunderbird wheels on it. Was on it. 14s or 15s? They might have been 15. They were 15s. They were 15-inch wheels I got off a Ford Thunderbird that I put on there. The car originally had 14s. Yeah, I put 15s on it.
We have M50 15s on there?
I don't remember the exact size. Dude, we're talking 35 years ago.
They're either M50s or N50s over there about a foot wide.
No, they were. I didn't get real super wide tires. I know they were radials. I didn't go for that super slick wide tire thing. I just wanted meats all the way around, and 15s looked a lot better than 14s for sure.
Yeah, they were either probably 70 or 60 series.
Probably.
220, 221, whatever it takes. 221, holy crap, that's big block rear. 30 odd 6.
762 by 54.
323. 252. 323s. Yeah, 323 is a good rear. I had that in the B body. I love that.
303 British. Yeah, that was a really good motor, man. I wish I had more money and more knowledge at the time. I'd have made it a whole lot better. But if I had that whole setup now, I would be able to have some serious fun with it. But
That's the way I was. I didn't know the knowledge either. But I know it now. So you were driving it, and then, so how did Big Paul get it?
I needed money, so I sold it to him. I had a bunch of vehicles that were very shaky, and I needed one. I needed money to make one less shaky. So that was the least practical of the vehicles that I had. What I did put the money into, you're gonna laugh. It was a '66 Ford Econoline E100 pickup truck with a homemade stake body flatbed, and that had a 289 in it.
And he is a van.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Econoline, so it had the van front end?
Yeah, it was the E100 pickup truck though. It wasn't the van. It was the pickup truck. It was originally and always a pickup truck, but they turned it into a flatbed. The guy before me, and he put a 289 in it.
That had to be an F100.
No, it wasn't an F100. It was an E100. E100 pickup truck. There is such a thing.
Made into a pickup truck, but it's it's a cab over.
That was a triple.
Yeah, it's like a cab over.
I said B-12, you sank my battleship.
Yeah, it's just like a cab over. There's an E100 pickup truck, and the engine compartment was inside the cab.
Well, how about the old vans? You remember the old vans where you sat over the steering and the thing turned real quick?
It was just like the van. It was just like the van, but it was a pickup truck. It had the same exact front end, the same frame and everything, but it was a pickup truck cab with a bed. It was the same as the van if you cut the van open, but with the engine inside. What was nice about that, you could pop the hood and you could adjust the timing on the distributor as you're driving down the road.
We got a breaker out there. Yo. How you doing? 124 Shadow out here.
Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup, Spitfire 441.
Where you at, Stinger? I'm over here at the mall. I'm doing some window shopping. You on your perch? Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Huh?
So you guys hear 124 okay out there?
I heard him, but I don't think he heard me.
I heard you. I'm sorry about that.
Hello.
I hear him really well.
Yeah, I hear him really well too. 123 and 124.
And 124 doesn't come back, he comes back to me.
Oh, I'm wondering, do trees emit noise? Because it seems like my noise level's down. It's not like it was. And I'm hearing these guys.
There ain't no noise here at all.
So 124, so where you said? I turned my radio on in Bridgeport, I hear Stinger, so. Oh, that's right, you're in Bridgeport, okay. Where you on the hill? Yeah, I came up from the firehouse, sitting on the back of the hill. Oh, okay, yeah, I usually sit over there. I'm over here by the mall tonight. I didn't know you were going over there. I didn't even think of that. Okay, cool.
I got my preamp on and I got no noise, Dave.
Yeah, my noise level is low. It's like an S3, but I mean, I'm hearing these guys like, like they're sitting in the room here. Not like, before where everybody's in the noise. I might even hear Goose tonight, God forbid.
I wouldn't think that trees emit noise, but maybe it affected you somehow.
Yeah, I mean, that's odd.
It's really quiet.
I don't think you'll hear a Goose tonight, man. I think he's on his video game. Until he gets a base station up, I don't think he don't come out too often.
He usually comes out for Classic Wednesday.
Well, he's been, I guess he's been over, a few weeks, but I don't know. He's unpredictable.
Well, he's always been that way. He's the Goose.
No, he was always on before. He was like 24/7. They never turned the radio off when he had his base station on Elm Street.
Yeah, that's true. He was on all the time at his base.
Like 44 Dave.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'd have the radio on and just look out the window.
Yeah, it was all running on 12 volts.
Renegade. Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Just say hello.
Okay. Hello, Rooster.
Hello, Wayne. I'm gonna stop over there and see you one day.
Come around anytime. You're welcome.
Well, I just keep forgetting about you.
That's all right. I can't hear a lot of these guys at a distance anyway. So, nothing I can do right now for that.
I don't mean that in a bad way. Good evening, whoever can hear me. Joker, the unpredictable Joker.
Where's the Charlie? I hear Joker just fine.
I guess I'm keen on him. How about it, Wayne? How about it, Renegade? You got a copy?
I think if I get my antenna up another 10 feet, that's going to make the difference.
I think that's a no there, Stinger.
1, 2, 3. Do you hear there? Yeah. Wayne, do you hear 1, 2, 3?
I can hear him in there, but I couldn't have a conversation with him.
Yeah, he was shouting for you.
I can maneuver around over here and I can get the signal back up.
Well, you got a good signal here to the volcano crater.
Yeah, but in this spot, I just have to move around like 10, 15 feet either direction or some direction, and all of a sudden I can talk to Wayne.
Somebody's throwing a carry.
Yeah, I hear something out there too. Wayne should hear you.
I can hear him in there, but I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't have a conversation with him.
All right, how about there, right there? And flow would make the difference.
Yeah, Wayne, he's driving around looking for the best signal off of you. So he's trying to get back to you because I think he's driving around trying to get a bit stronger signal from you.
Yeah, that's what I did. I backed up and he came up like 2 S units.
He says he can hear you, but he couldn't have a conversation with you. So I guess he could tell you're there, but doesn't know what you're saying.
Correct.
All right, well, I'm here. I'm standing by.
I heard him that time say he was there.
Who's that out there?
Don't forget I have an alligator base station here.
Yeah, I know you got no ears. Did somebody cut your ears off? Yeah. Somebody's out there going, oh, Daddy, whip me. I don't know. I think it's a trucker, though. Yeah.
Good buddies, 1-6.
Oh, no. Raggy. Good buddies, 1-6, and I don't know, somebody else. All right, we're standing by. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup.
Oh, Daddy, whip me. Good buddy, 1-6.
Good buddy, 1-6.
Yeah, when I lived in Bridgeport, there used to be a dude driving around and hanging out over Bettswood Bridge, and he'd get on and go through the channels saying, good buddy, 1-6, good buddy, 1-6, and he'd go to channel 16 looking for a good buddy.
Well, he's out there right now. I hear him keying up. He's giving me like 10 pounds.
Sounds just like the good buddy 1-6 troller.
Oh my God, he's got to be geriatric by now. Yeah, probably.
Well, the rest of us are all geriatric, so why wouldn't he be?
Well, yeah, that's the point. That was what, 30 years ago?
I qualify as a geriatric now.
Yeah, we're all geriatrics. What are you talking about? And 4.
Yeah, I resemble that remark.
Me too.
I'm as old as the radio I'm operating tonight.
Oh, wow. I'm not that old. I'm probably as old as your radio, but I'm not as old as the radio I'm operating on.
I'm as old as the radio that I'm using tonight. My 1965 Metrotek.
You got to do that again, man. We got a double key.
Oh man.
Okay, what was it?
1965 Metrotek Mustang.
Now that's fucked up. Come on.
Is that guy close to you? Watch the bombs.
Yeah, he's giving. Oh yeah, sorry. He's giving me like 2 pounds more than you. I mean, you're giving me like a 9.
Yeah, well, he's giving me 2 pounds less than you, so he's a grasser.
All right, I can stomp on him then.
Oh yeah, he cut his lips right off.
What's he doing? Plugging my ears. What he doing?
Oh, you don't hear him, Dave? He's the whip me.
I hear something, but it's he doesn't have a lot of audio.
That's correct.
Yep, that's the one. That's the one. And would you say 124? Yeah, we're just gonna deal with it. It's cool. So who's doing the video gate, audio, or Watergate tonight?
I am, like I do every week.
Okay. I think Joker does it sometimes too, doesn't he?
Yep, he does.
Okay, all right. I can hear Joker pretty good. He gave me like 5 pounds a night. Yeah, I'm working on them right now. I have 3 of them to upload.
Are you doing one tonight?
10-4 I am.
So look at me looking at you, you looking at me looking at you. Wow.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Hey, you guys gotta stop by the Channel 24 radio roll call on Sunday nights, 7 o'clock. I tried last week, but nobody heard me. Get out. Oh, wait, no, that was like 2 weeks ago. No, I heard you. You couldn't hear me, I guess, where I was sitting.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock?
Yeah, we made it 7 o'clock because we know you guys do the sideband soiree on 8 o'clock. So we figured we'd do it 7 o'clock. This way you guys could get in there and, get in the mix and then, go off to do the sideband thing.
All right. Well, I was unaware of that, but okay. Yeah, I'll try and remember.
Yeah. Don't you get on the Facebook page? Are you not on Facebook?
Yeah, I am. I'm on the face plant, and I see roll calls, but they always seem to be on nights that I'm working.
No. It's only Sunday night, 7 o'clock.
All right. I'll give it a whirl if I remember.
Yeah. I've been meaning to try to get up to sideband or going down to sideband to tell you guys we're up there. But I don't know. It was busy. Last week was busy. I mean, we had like 22 or 23 call-ins, and we had 3 skip call-ins. So it was pretty busy. So I never got a chance to change the channel.
And they say your CB radio is dead.
Yeah, we're all dead.
Well, when we're dead, we could quit talking about it.
Oh, no. I keep telling you, man, it's okay. You can talk about me when I'm dead. I appreciate it. Hello, Waggy.
Well, if you're talking about me, you're leaving someone else alone.
That's right. Four 11s. Yo, 24.
44 Magnum.
12 gauge. Yeah, that's the problem with Bridgeport. That's the problem with Bridgeport on Channel 13. You get that nice tan noise.
45 ACP.
That's that train. Yeah, the train. You get the train buzz.
Not to be confused with the night train. Night train.
Choo choo. Yeah, he should be in there. Where are you at, train? Night train. Yeah, let's see if we can stir him up. How about a train? How about that night train?
That's 8 times now.
Yeah, I'd say it 3 times in a row.
Well, I said it 3, you said it 3, he said it twice, Dave said it once. I guess that's 9.
Night train. I will.
choo.
How about that Ranger? Where's that Ranger at tonight? And Excalibur or Phantom Base 309?
I catch Ranger on a Sunday morning.
I had an eyeball with Ranger on Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
He's got a lot of radios if anybody's interested. Some of them are classics. Most of them are mobiles, though.
Oh, Ranger.
I didn't know he was so.
Yeah, he told me to pass the word. He's got radios he wants to sell. He's got a whole. He's got bins full. Literally bins full of radios.
Oh, wow, man. Yeah, you got to get a hold of me, man. I didn't know that. Oh, come on.
A lot of them are garden variety, late 70s, early 80s kind of mobiles. Nothing special, but he's got a couple of gems.
You gotta catch him at home.
That's the thing. So he's supposed to be sending me his phone number, his new phone number. I don't have his phone number, so that's the problem. I can't get a hold of him. I've been trying to. I'll talk to him on the radio, that's it.
Yeah, well, that's how I get a hold of him. He needs to get on more often is all, and you won't need a phone number.
Well, I catch him during the day. When he's at work, I can, he's right down here in Plymouth, so I can get a hold of him.
Oh yeah, he's got a radio going on in his loader.
Yeah, so I've been trying to catch him at night because you can't talk to him during the day. I usually catch him on his way home, and then the last time I talked to him a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago, he was supposed to be sending us a text, sending the boys, all of us a text. The Goose and the Funk and me, and we still didn't get the text. We're waiting.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, I know. We had a conversation. The Goose and I had a conversation with him a couple Sundays ago. He was supposed to come on the roll call Sunday night, but he was too busy. I guess family stuff.
He's got a lot to do.
Yeah, 10-4.
Working long hours and, the home life.
Yeah, 10-4. Copy.
Ranger's a good guy.
Oh, he is. I know. I've known him for years, man. I've known him since the 80s. Since the 80s.
Yeah, you know longer than me.
Yeah, you've known him longer than me, but I've known him for a while, probably 15 or 20 years.
Yeah, we used to party over at his house on the river, down when they had the regatta.
That was fun. What's the regatta?
You got me beat.
The boat races. They put the big blocks in the boats and they had the speedboat races.
Where?
In Port India, West Norton.
Yeah, down on the Schuylkill River.
Stopped that though because the cost of insurance and medical coverage and all got so high. They said, bag it.
Ain't on Boat Row, is it?
No. It's up. It's just below the Bestwood Bridge, West Norton, Port India.
You know where that is? Is it before they're at the home?
It's nowhere near Jersey.
No, the 422 bridge that goes across the Schuylkill.
Yeah.
Forge, King of Prussia Valley Forge. Well, if you are going across the bridge and you look to your left, if you're going towards King of Prussia, that's West Norton. You're looking on the Norristown side, that's West Norton, and it was right there, down below on the river.
10-4. Well, I'll never let that New Jersey thing down, huh?
No, pretty much no. It's a lexicon now. It's etched.
10-4. 1492, Columbus sailed the sea. He seen New Jersey.
Yeah, and on his way, he passed by Joker's house.
Yeah.
Which Joker?
There's only one Joker. Joker, the Midnight Stoker.
Who lives near Jersey? Joker, who lives near New Jersey.
Jersey Joker, the Midnight Stroker. Oh no.
Joker.
Forget that stroker part. Joker!
I thought about joining in on that conversation, but I was like, you know what? For the moment, I'm just going to step back. Probably a wise move.
Grip on you.
Joker. Yep. You know why they
New Jersey?
Oh yeah, I was part of that conversation that time. I remember that.
Because you keep bringing it up.
I did not bring that up today.
I know, I'm just teasing you.
But if I did, I wouldn't say I didn't.
Yeah, how about it?
I'll try a quick experiment. I want to test something out quick. I need Dave to throw a dead key, and I need 123 to talk.
Okay. Alright, I'll throw you a nice dead carrier. There. That dead enough? Can't talk about it.
I can hear him talking through your carrier.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, but he gives me like only a few S units where you're eight S units. You know, it's like pretty interesting that I thought I heard him talking through your carrier. I just wanted to verify it.
Well, that explains why you can hear other people talking when somebody else is talking. If you're right, if you're, on the same frequency, it kind of beats, together. And you can still hear it.
I can really hear that. Like that really works on sideband if equal signals. You can hear both people talk.
And sideband, because you don't have a carrier, you can often hear two people talking. Understand both, too. Yeah, right. So I can be talking to somebody, and you can hear somebody else talking.
I just wanted to verify that I was actually able to understand what he was saying through your carrier, and I can.
That's probably true of a lot of people,
No, a lot of times it turns into a big heterodyning mess.
But Wade has a hard time understanding me at all.
Now, if we were to repeat the experiment when I do that, you probably wouldn't be able to understand it as much.
Why? What'd you do?
I shifted my frequency a kilohertz or 500 hertz or whatever.
I don't know. Let's try it. All right, 123, get ready to key up. Dave's going to throw off frequency carrier.
Yeah, slightly anyway. Here we go. Now you probably hear a squeal when he's talking.
How about a wing? Can you hear me now?
No, I could hear him, Dave. It just sounded like he's got his nose pinched, but I could understand him.
That time I couldn't hear them both. I could only hear Dave and not the other one. That time I could hear them both.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
It didn't squeal heterodyne like I would expect. It didn't.
I may not have gone that far off frequency. I don't know how far this clarifier goes. It probably doesn't go all that far.
It just made his audio kind of pinched, though. He sounded like a munchkin from the Wizard of Oz or something.
Munchkin Man.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he sounded like a munchkin.
Wonder if I don't know if this clarifier is open, if I could turn this clarifier and get the same effect.
Do it again.
You want me to try it? Should I turn it? Hold on a second. I gotta put the freak counter on. Yeah, it's all freak. It's only all freak by like 1 kc though, maybe 2.
Dave, you want up or down?
Audio, hello.
1 kc is probably enough to make it heterodyne.
Oh, 1 kc, yeah. I was only going like maybe half of that, but I can do that. See what that does. I don't know. Maybe I'll check my SWR while we're doing this. Yeah, look at that.
It doesn't work though if 123 don't play along.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Oh, darn it. Dave, you going up or down?
I was putting my radio back on freak.
Did you move your location?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Negative. No, I've been sitting here now. I turned my car off, so I'm only coming out at like 12 volts.
Oh, 12 volts ain't doing it. You lost 2 S units.
Okay, hold on. I'll put the car back on.
12 volts?
Yeah, 12 volts ain't doing it. You're losing power.
Just throw that out the window.
I didn't realize it went down that low. Yeah, this battery's got to go.
I thought I heard him better.
Got no voltage.
Yeah, this battery's poop. It's not that good.
Yeah, 10,000 volts. You could win a presidency.
9-volt battery.
9-volt battery. Have you heard that guy? 10-4. Yeah, who is that out there? 16? Fucking douchebag. Who is that? Heat on him, 124. Who is it?
Oh, he's a douchebag.
You're taking him out now, huh?
72 Willow Grove.
Who is that? 72 Willow Grove.
If he's in Willow Grove, he's throwing a good signal.
You know he's throwing a good signal because Rooster can hear him and he's almost in freaking Reading. He's almost in Jersey. Oh, wait, that's Joker. Yeah, that's Joker. Garage guy. That's the Midnight Toker. Alright, we're gonna try that experiment again? Yeah, we can try that again. Go ahead and talk. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's just a heterodyne now. Just wee.
Yeah, through the clarifier falling on the left that time.
Well, you two must have been initially on the same exact frequency.
I can only hear Dave. Yeah, well, that's the thing. If two people are very, very close in frequency, then you can hear them easily through another carrier. But if there's a big frequency difference, then it's going to squeal and heterodyne, and
Yeah, that's why those guys like those lazy oscillator mods now, so they can go squeal as they key up.
Yeah, knuckleheads. I can do that with my Eagle.
Let's ruin our radios to do something we think is cool. But if there's nobody else out there behind you, nothing happens that you notice anyway.
Somebody's playing music on 7.2. So what's tonight's theme? What's tonight's classic radio theme? There really isn't any themes. We haven't done one in a while. We did the 3-knob night. We did the maximum knob night. We did stock mic night. We haven't done anything in a while, though. We need to come up. We need to do another theme.
Yeah, stock mic night was the last theme night that we had.
You missed it. Yeah, I missed that. Maybe I was on. I didn't know, but I'm always on a stock mic.
I missed it, but it was because I had other commitments.
Oh, okay. All right. So you were out that night.
Yeah, every once in a while, life takes precedence over classic radio roundup. I fight it kicking and screaming, but it happens.
I hear you, man. I hear you fighting, kicking and screaming.
We'll come up with a theme, and I can usually meet that theme. How about lesser mobile radio night?
What? Say that again?
Lesser mobile radio night.
What do you mean lesser? Lesser than what?
I don't know. Something not special, fancy, not nothing you'd write a home about. Something you wouldn't pay more than $10 for at a flea market.
That's all I'm ever on. That's pretty much it. My radio's here.
That's too funny.
For radio night. No base antennas. Yeah, I wanted to do that. Just do everything from the mobile one night. Everybody just go pick a place and go sit.
Well, we better go sit somewhere close then, because my mobile is my help radio with a telescoping antenna.
I love the Happy Valley. Yeah, I was going to say, you just got to pick a hill.
Yeah, all right, let's all drive up, but the Happy Valley parking lot's not big enough for all of us.
No, you can't pick the same hill. Unless you're in the same car. Happy Valley's right behind my house. I was just going to say, we're all going to be sitting in the same parking lot.
Well, you sit in your driveway, and I'll drive up to Happy Valley, and then you and I can talk.
Do I gotta pay a bridge toll to go see Joker?
Yeah, if anybody wants to come get to near my house, yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta get your have your Easy Pass with you.
Joker, you're booming in here.
Yeah, but if you go over the what is it? The Milford, New Jersey bridge, that one's free.
Yeah, you know, all the way up in Milford. Isn't there one Lambertville? I think that's still free.
Yeah, the Lambertville New Hope Bridge is free, but not the 202 bridge. You take, I think it's 202, isn't it? If you take that bridge, it's a toll. But if you take the lesser bridge, it's free.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if you take 202 and you go into Trenton, yeah, it's not as much money as the regular bridges, but it's still a toll.
I got a tube fill in my Jeep.
I got a help radio in the zipper car, and I can stick the mag mount telescoping antenna out the sunroof.
You can talk to your neighbor with that.
I talked to Night Train from Methacton High School with that.
Well, that's because you're talking to Night Train. That's why.
I was also at Methacton High School, which is pretty good ground.
I talked to New Jersey in my Jeep.
And exactly for hitting Night Train and out that way. But I wouldn't talk to you. I don't think you got, from this spot, I don't think I could talk to you at Methacton. We got to try that.
I could probably reach where you're at from Methacton. Yeah, sure.
You think so? I'm over here at the mall.
Yeah. There's nothing in the... I can see the mall from Methacton High School.
No, you can't. Come on.
Well, almost. You almost can. It's high enough, for sure.
You know what? You got to go over that hill, man. You're talking about a freaking mile hill. You got to go over that hill, past the jail, and then come down the other side. I mean, I don't know, maybe. I think it's possible.
No, not to the mall, not to Methacton to the mall. I don't think so. You're east of Eagleville from there.
Yeah, I'm east of Eagleville, but I'm thinking. Hold on, let me think about it.
I'm pretty sure you could probably. I'm not 100%, but I'm over 90% sure. If I was on a 5-watt radio with a crappy antenna, I could talk to the mall from Methacton.
I don't think so, dude. You could. If you got a decent antenna, yeah, I think you could, but not the crappy end. Not with that stick-on, pull-out antenna.
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought that I could talk to Night Train from Methacton on that crappy antenna, but I did.
Well, let me tell you something. I have a crappy antenna. It's a Midland. It's 26-inch, but it's tuned, okay? And it's a top-loaded, the cheapy $20 top-loaded Midland. And I talked to Green Dog from Bridgeport with that thing, with this radio.
I'd have to get a little creative, and I don't even know if I'd want to do it. But I got one of them. What are they? 6-foot fire sticks or 5-foot fire sticks. I can put that on a 3-inch puck mag mount and stick. I don't want to put that on my zipper car though. I do it stationary. I drive away, it's gonna fall off.
How about you borrow my Wilson 1000? You can stick it on there.
I got one of them 62-inch Radio Shack antennas. They're pretty damn good, actually. I can stick that on a magnet.
Actually.
Say that again, Dave?
That's a pretty darn good antenna.
I know.
The gray bottom?
Those, it's a black bottom, but those, man, I had really good success with that 62-inch Radio Shack antenna. That thing, for less than a 102-inch whip, that thing works really well.
Some of those gray bottom ones, they work good too. Yeah, it's because it's 62 inches. The longer the whip, the better it's going to work.
I have one of those gray bottom trunk mounts.
Yeah, this one is it's a very small diameter coil, but it's kind of long with the 62-inch whip, and it's got black shrink wrap over the coil.
Well, there you go. Try that. That sounds good.
Them old Radio Shack antennas work.
Yeah, they do. I had a fiberglass Radio Shack mobile antenna with that sort of pyramid-shaped gray base. I had that on my 66 Ford Econoline E100 pickup truck. That thing worked really well. I was using a realistic TRC 422A with that, and that thing worked good. I was up in Skippack, back in the day, talking to Wayne down in Norristown, way before I actually knew who he was.
That's cool. Was that radio turned up?
Stone stock. I didn't, in those days when I was running that, I didn't know anything about amplifiers until Wayne and Dave turned me to the dark side.
Radio was bone stock and a stock mic?
Bone stock mic, TRC 422A with a Radio Shack fiberglass mobile antenna, but it was mounted to the cab roof with a hole drilled through the roof.
Oh, okay, all right.
Welcome to the dark side. We have cookies.
He must have known something then, because you had to have a decent SWR for that to work.
Well, I knew how to set up, a radio system. I know how to set SWR, but I know nothing beyond all that.
You didn't know nobody could turn up the limiter.
Nah, all that don't do much for you anyway.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, well, it makes you splatter, but that doesn't gain you any distance.
No, I mean, it just turns up. Yeah, you don't have to take the noise limiter out, but, turn it up so you can hear better.
I heard just fine. Them 422As are pretty good radios.
Yeah, I know. I messed around with a bunch of them. And the 417s or the 419s?
Never had any of them, but I had two of the 422As. One was in that Mustang II, and one was in my E100 pickup.
I didn't catch that 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1, 2, 4.
I had a 435.
Oh, a 435. Okay.
You might think it was a pirate broadcaster on 7.2. Good grief.
Oh, here's one, and we could do a theme night, but I don't know how many could join in on a theme. I know you can, Dave. Mobile radio with built-in power supply.
Yeah, Mr. Fixie can do that. He just bought one for $10.
Yeah, I heard that when I was looking for my capacitor on the floor.
Now say that again. A mobile radio with a built-in power supply. That sounds like a base station.
No, that's like the Sears Road Talker mobiles, J.C. Penney Pinto SSB, that Midland, whatever number that was. I know Dave's got a couple of something. He's got something over there.
Yeah, TRC 46 and TRC 48 will call it. That qualifies.
Yeah, didn't Lafayette have something like that too?
Well, the SSB 25. Yeah, I mean, it's about the size of a big mobile. It's technically sold as a base, but yeah, I mean, that would qualify, I guess, because it's mobile sized.
The only thing I got is that Pinto SSB. It's like a big mobile, but it's 12 volts. It's got a built-in power supply. You can use a base mobile. So, but it's more mobile sized, but bigger than most mobiles. But it's not what I would call a base-sized radio.
124 just signed off.
Well, catch you later, 124.
Oh no! Now we got Barbie Girl. I don't know. You don't hear that music?
Unfortunately, I do. Yeah, you guys got the ears out there.
Barbie Girl's being played?
Well, it's that kind of music. It's not that song.
Oh, I was going to say, maybe Gene was paying us a visit.
Well, I qualify for less than 23 channel radio night tonight.
Yeah.
That's another category.
I've only got one radio that qualifies for that, and that's my little Mini 6.
I've got 3 of those. The Utica and the 2 Metroteks.
So the interesting thing, that music is probably going to get us flagged on YouTube.
I know, because they go through that copyright nonsense.
I guess we're going to just have to keep... So quick, somebody do something. If we can...
Yeah, just key over that music.
A couple seconds. Yeah. Well, is this somebody local? How long is it to you guys?
It's not that strong here. 123 makes it over it.
Kind of strong on my end. It got it dropped down a little bit. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna plead the fifth here for a moment.
We'll just keep keying up. Why would you plead the fifth when you can drink it?
Cause I don't have any. Oh, what a terrible night.
I do. I'm drinking some sherry cask aged rye whiskey. Damn, it's good.
Now you're rubbing it in.
I still can't hear that music. I don't hear it either, so it must be coming from a different direction.
I'm wondering if it might be Skipland because it's fading down in signal.
It might be. It might be the last gasps of Skip before it dies completely.
Yeah, it's going to my radio now.
I still hear it really, really faint.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of it. Not even a peep.
I still need to get my Trinidad on the video gate, so maybe I could do Trinidad next week.
Yeah, I can break mine out. We can have Trinidad night.
Yeah, but who else has got one?
Under's got one, but he still didn't break it out of the garage.
Doesn't or didn't Train have one?
He's just got a new president. What the hell was that thing? President Thomas. He was talking on Sunday night.
I don't think I got my Cobra 142 GTL on. I don't think so. I need to get that one on.
I don't have one of those, but I have a 139 XLR. Almost looks like that.
I guess we could call it Cobra Night, and then more people can join in with that. Everybody's got a Cobra.
I got the 138 XLR.
I got a 2000.
And the music's coming back, so I wonder if that's Skipland noise.
I have an old original 23 channel 29.
I got a Cobra 19 with no meter.
I got one of those Midlands that are top facing. Maybe we could have stupid meter night.
Or we could do stupid radio night, and I can use my realistic CB phone.
There you go. That's some ideas for the next couple of roundups. Stupid radio night. The only one I have that qualifies for that is that one-hander that everybody says sounds like garbage.
Well, I guess it's about a theme and maybe not always sounding the best.
Well, that's kind of the reason for the theme night, so you could break out your lesser radios and we all sound like crap equally. That was the sort of the reason, the original reason for stock radio, stock and mic night.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's a whole lot of different themes. I have a whole list of themes. I made it up some years back. And there's Turner mic night, static mic night, solid state radio night, tube radio night, hybrid radio night. There's a whole bunch of themes.
Minimum knob and maximum knob. I like that category.
Yeah, minimum and maximum knobs. Yep.
Then there's the less than 23 channel.
Yep, and then there's tiny radio night, the smallest radio, and then there's large radio night.
Yeah, we still need CB phone radio night. I don't know how many have that, but I know there's a couple of us out there that have them.
I would file that under dork radio night.
All right.
How about a no radio night? Yeah, all brand like Skyfon. I guess AudioVox wouldn't consider that. Wouldn't be one of those, right? Or a Craco.
Ranger could get in that category because I looked through one of his bins of radios and I pulled out these are quintessential mid to late 70s radios where everybody made one and put a name on it. There were names I never heard.
I have a fanfare.
Yeah, that's my Fannin.
Yeah, I heard of that.
That's a fan.
I mean,
Oh.
and Sparkomatic and Kraco, I think.
Yeah, but we all heard of them too. And I swear, like every other radio Fannin made, they called it a fanfare.
I have a little, I think it's a Kraco CB. I don't know what year it was made.
I'd have to say for off-brand, Metrotek probably fits that bill.
I had one Kraco, but I don't think it fits. I think the audio is weak on it for some reason. I haven't finished troubleshooting that.
Audio chip or something.
I need to get a mic wired up or an adapter granter for my Cobra 98. I have one, but it's just got weak output, and I haven't bothered messing with it. But it does work.
Yeah, what were you saying?
My oldest Cobra 98.
The bus.
Yeah, but it's not as nice as my original bus. I should have never got rid of that one. You hearing that music again, Joker?
I did for a moment, but it's back out again.
Oh, I haven't really lost it. It's just up and down in signal.
Yeah, I guess lucky enough it drops out a little bit for me.
Yeah, I'm not that lucky. I got to hear this nonsense.
Yeah, and if you're going to play music, that's probably one of the worst songs you could ever play.
Yeah, and they're playing it over and over.
Just lower your antenna. That works for me.
Well, that would mean I'd have to go outside and untie the rope in the dark and then lower the antenna. And I don't want to trip over rocks, and that might be a trip to the hospital.
No. No, that sounds like too much trouble.
I think there's a breaker.
Yeah, hey guys, this is Aquaman. I'm over here in Trap. I thought you might be interested. There was a radio net in Missouri on channel 17 AM that was coming through here pretty good.
Aquaman, what was that again? Just somebody on channel 17?
Missouri.
Radio net in Missouri on channel 17 AM that was coming through pretty good.
Well, we got an AM net right here in Pennsylvania with some of us near New Jersey on channel 13.
Yeah, I just thought you might want to check out the one in Missouri. They were coming through like you guys.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, nah, the radio that I'm on can't. Well, what did you say? 17? I could do 17. I have a 17 Crystal.
Heavy Joker.
Channel 17 AM.
Yeah, I got channel 17 in my 8-channel radio here. I don't know if the Crystal works though.
What frequency it might be on?
Right, exactly. I got channels. What do I got? 9, 10, 11, 14, 17, 19, and 23.
Yeah, it's just some really interesting.
Quite the selection.
He must be on the flat side, because I just went up there and I can't hear him.
Yeah, I'm picking them up on a dipole.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're on the flat side, right, Aquaman?
Roger.
Yeah, that's probably how you're hearing him. Anybody got a flat side antenna they can fit to? Joker, you got one, don't you?
I do, but I'm not changing channel now. I'm video gating.
Yeah, you can't change it. See if you can get him to come down here.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
All right, I will. I don't think the Crystal works.
On Sunday night, we had those guys coming in. Potential as a good.
No, it does work.
Number one, trouble number one, come on. Have a good evening, looks like that.
We started out the sideband soiree on Sunday and ended up spending the rest of the night on 40 meters.
Oh, so I wouldn't have found you if I went up there looking for you anyway.
No, we.
I talked to a friend of mine that he lives up in Whitehaven now, and he's out of range of this band, but we could talk to him just fine on 40.
Yeah, we were about 20 megahertz below here.
Yeah, 10-4. Huh. So what's he operate on 11 meter?
What does he operate?
Yeah, what equipment?
I don't know if he's got anything for 11 anymore. He's an old timer.
He moved away and got rid of his gear.
Yeah, he used to live in Fairview Village, and before that, he used to live in Norristown.
Who's that? Who is it? Maybe I know who it is.
His name's Piero.
The last name?
He was a Mr. Policeman.
Yeah, he used to be he was a Wisconsin police officer.
I probably know who that is.
He used to go by Zork. That was his CB handle years ago.
What channel did he talk on years ago, do you know?
Channel 20.
Yeah, I've probably run into him a few times.
That was in the late 70s, 77-ish.
Okay, no. All right. I was on a walkie-talkie in Bridgeport, in the late 70s, but not really on a 40 channel. I didn't even get my 23 channel till like 84.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I tried to get in on that conversation on Sunday, but it just didn't work. Nobody could hear me. Wait. Nobody could hear you? Nobody could hear you?
On 40, I think he's talking about.
Yeah, you got to fix your 40-meter dipole, Wayne.
Yeah, I know. I think because that one end is dangling down towards the ground right next to the feed line. It's screwing everything up.
That's true.
Yeah, Wayne, we got to get you hooked up, man. I don't know what's going on over there, but your antennas are all messed up. I had the internal tuner tuning the radio. It said it was fine, and it looked like I was putting out 100 watts on sideband, but every time I tried to break in there and talk, nobody could hear me, so I gave up.
Could you hear us?
Yes.
Huh. I wonder why we didn't hear you then.
Yeah, we should have heard you then. At least a squeak out of you.
That's what I was thinking too, but it just didn't work. And like I said, it looked like I was putting out 100 watts on the meter on the radio. So you guys didn't hear me. I tried to get in there, it just didn't work.
We need to fix that other end of your antenna and then try again.
Yeah, I know, Pete. And it's stupid. I walk out the door every day, and the wire's hanging right there. All I have to do is walk 10 feet away and tie it to the rope back onto the van.
I know, you're so busy with such a full schedule, right?
Yeah.
Being retired's tough.
Yeah, we got to get his antenna straightened out, man. Skip's starting to take him out.
Yeah, you can't be spending your day watching The View,
Oh, my God. Throw that TV out. I know what you mean, Wayne. The days go by quick. It's weird. It's like every time I walk out there, I say, hey, I should tie this end off. And somehow I get distracted and forget about it and end up driving off and not putting it where it should be. And it's 6 o'clock in the evening before you know it.
Yeah, and then you'll miss out on talking on 40 meters with the gang.
Yeah, make sure you're not in split mode or something. No, it was nothing like that. No split, because I was hearing everything fine. Some guys will find out when they retire how fast the days go. As long as you were transmitting on the same frequencies you were receiving. No, I didn't have a split on. I guarantee that. When they retire, they'll know how fast the days go. I mean, Pete should have heard you, if anything. That's what I was thinking, too, because I heard Pete fine, and I could hear you, and, yeah, it just didn't work. Nobody could hear me.
Yeah, I should hear you even if you weren't getting out efficiently. I mean, we're so close, I should hear you no matter what. But maybe you were there and I just wasn't paying enough attention. But I know I was trying to listen for you, and I hollered for you on here a couple of times to go there, and I don't know. Somehow we missed out.
Wayne's only throwing me a 3-pounder. He should be throwing me a 5. You mean right now? Wayne. Yeah. You should be hearing me pretty good, actually. Yeah, you're giving me a 3-pounder, but Dave and Pete are giving me like 5 and 7-pounder. They should at least be around a 5 or 6. Can you hear me? Yeah, I hear you fine. Joker.
I can't believe I'm only giving you a 6.
Can you hear me?
I think your meter's out of calibration.
We've got the gain down. That's only 29.95.
Yeah, well, you're giving me 20 dB over, and I know I'm running more power than you are.
Yeah, I'm just running at 29.95.
Like I said.
Anyhow. Easy needle, I guess.
All right, how about now? Booster, countywide.
Now you got me at a 7-pounder.
I can't believe that's only 7 pounds.
I can't believe everybody's on a diet. Dave's giving, Dave, he's giving me a 6-pounder. He gave me 20 over. Even you. He gave me a 6-pounder strong. Did you get that tree trimmed? I did. The trees are gone. They're coming in here good. Now you're spinnable again. Yeah, but I can't turn it right now because the control box is in my garage. Pete.
Oh, I had the preamp on. That's why you were giving me 20 over.
Of course, Joker's coming in strongest.
Yeah, you give me a 7 or an 8 without the preamp.
Who's that?
You?
Yeah, well, you should be giving me more than I'm giving you.
Yeah, you're 7 to 8, somewhere in there. Wait. There we are. Yeah, but yeah, all right. I had the preamp on when I was... I forget when I turn that on sometimes.
Yeah, you're swinging from a 4 to a 6 here, Pete.
I still can't believe it's that low. That's kind of ridiculous.
Oh, you know how the meters are set. I don't know. Is your RF gain down by any chance? No, it's all the way up. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Dave gives me a little bit more, but I think Dave's a little closer.
Is that a 2570 you said?
29.95.
Oh, is that one of them rack mount big radios?
10.4.
Yeah, all right.
And it's 220, 290 then.
Yeah, that doesn't help you receive any. Has it got a built-in preamp or anything?
No, but it picks up pretty good.
Yeah, I think your meter's a little out of cal, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not messing with anything on this radio.
No, it's just fine. It's all relative. I don't think it's set right.
But on the Eagle, you guys got me up in the 10 and 20 pluses.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So that meter is not exactly calibrated.
Yeah, well, I'm not. The radio puts out 210 watts RMS.
There's no such thing as RMS watts. But anyway, that aside, you come in here pretty good, and then I forgot what else I was going to say. But there's no such thing as RMS watts. And power output ain't going to help you receive anything.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what they told me anyway, so what do I know?
A pair of 2290s isn't going to put out 200 watts average. It'll do 200 watts peak.
Yeah, because they're only 80 watts a fill. Yeah, that's driving the shit out of them.
Yeah, right. That's volting them and driving the snot out of them.
How about it?
Yeah, because I've got a little 2-pill, and it'll do 200 watts peak. I never ran it over a 40 watts carrier.
All right, here's a pair of 2290s. And I got it turned all the way up. And it's struggling to make 100 watts peak.
I have a pair of 2290s.
Uh-oh, did I get my lips cut off?
It'll do 200 watts peak. I used to run it at 40 watts carrier, so that's about 160 watts peak. That way it would just loop along.
Oh, he told me 210. That's close.
I used a pair of 2290s to draw my 8-pill.
Did you turn your mic down or something?
No, I turned my power down to the baby driver.
It sounds like your audio got weaker.
I'm on the baby driver at 50 watts. Then probably that's not working out. That's working out. So that's why it's a baby driver.
Yeah, like the baby driver was giving me an 8. Now you're like an 8.5.
How do I go? Let's see. That's more than I don't know that no. 75 150 has 75. That's 3. That's more than 3 dB a gain.
I think this is goofy meter. You're just under a 9. But when you were running just the baby driver, I said your audio seemed weaker. You were about an 8.
Yeah, well, I had the baby driver turned all the way up, so it didn't have no swing room. There you go. That should be closer to maybe a 9.
Yeah, you're right on a 9 now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Now you're giving me the exact same thing Dave's giving me. 7 and swing into a 9. Over here is Dave 10 and 9, swing at 10 with your audio.
County-wide.
Radio!
Walking a half wide.
Cross the trailer park wide. Double wide.
Double wide.
Yeah, that's 1 kW peak right there.
Come back.
250 watts of carrier, 1 kW peak.
7 pounder now. Now you're getting over to 9 over here.
County-wide radio on this antique flea market transmitter.
Sounds like a 20 plus to me. I'm not really going to give any signal reports because when I first turned this radio on, the needle was sticking, so there's no, I don't know how accurate this one is. Joker, what radio are you on tonight? Are you talking to me? Yeah. I'm on one of my 427s. The realistic TRC. Oh, okay. Zoom in here. Yeah, this is one I just got off of eBay a year or 2 ago. It's just yeah, I don't know anything about it. Well, it's working. I'm hearing you good. It's like Ricky. He used to blow out my speaker. Remember? Yeah, I like these 427s. I wish they were sideband, but they seem to have a pretty good receive. And a pretty good modulation.
Yeah, those 422s, 427s, they were a decent design. They had good receive. Yeah, it seems to be smooth, like a cleaner receive. There were some good radios back then. That wasn't a bad series. They were all unit then, chassis, right? Yeah, they were. Go on, Pete. What chips were in there?